Hello everyone, thank you for coming to Beer Club. Tonight we have with us two breweries actually, part of the same group, Canarchy. We have Cigar City from Tampa, Florida, and Oscar Blue from Colorado.
Oh!
And this is like IPA fest, so if you like IPAs or Imperial Stouts, this is it for you. This is the meeting for you. Excited to try some of these beers. As you probably all know High Line, but they make a lot more than that, and we're about to try them. So without further ado, I introduce Nick.
Let's go, Nick!
How's it going, all? So, Nick with Canarchy Brewing. So, Cigar City and Oscar Blues started a while back. Cigar City out of Tampa, Florida. And we were really limited by our capacity. We really couldn't even make enough beer for our home market in Florida. Oscar Blues from Colorado, it's been around for a while too. So Dale's Pale Ale is the flagship there. Dale is a real guy and a crazy fun dude. And first time I met him was some interesting times. So together a while back we merged. We helped each other grow, and we opened up 2 new facilities to brew across the country. So all of our beer in this market comes from North Carolina. We have a huge brewery in Brevard, all of our production facilities, so we can get beer to the Northeast quicker, fresher, faster. And we have another production brewery in Texas for the South, middle, and then also 2 breweries in Colorado. So we have Oscar Blues, and then we have another production facility there as well. So we were kind of handicapped in our growth and could not make enough beer, so we merged together and then joined Canarchy. All we do is make beers in cans. That's it. We do not do bottles besides maybe some special releases, some barrel-aged stouts, stuff of that nature. Dale's Pale Ale was the first craft beer ever put in a can. So Sierra Nevada and Oscar Blues started right around the exact same time. And Dale said, screw that, I'm putting my beer in cans. It's better for the liquid, no light struck, no oxidation, and it's true to form from the tank to your hand. So Canarchy, and then Cigar City, we've always done cans as well. So merged and had a beautiful, beautiful marriage. So the first beer up we've got going is Guayabetta. So anybody know what a Guayabetta is?
No.
So a Guayabetta is a 4-pocketed shirt, 2 up at the top, 2 bottom. Usually you'll see a guy rocking the fedora and smoking a cigar at the same time. We have a huge Cuban influence from Cigar City. Our owners, Joey Redner, had a bunch of family from Cuba, also grew up there for a little bit. So we pay homage to where we come from. This is 100% Citra hopped pale ale. So the 3 most popular hops in craft beer right now are Citra, Mosaic, and Galaxy. So why not give the people what they want? This is a 5.5% pale ale, really nice citrus forward. You get a little crispness on the back end from the malt, and it is very drinkable. It is hot in Florida all the time. So our goal is to make a very flavorful beer, but also very easy drinking at the same time.
What's the name of this one again?
Guayabetta.
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 The 4-pocketed shirt.
Yep. 2 up top, 2 on the bottom. Usually some nice intricate designs as well. Wearing a fedora, smoking a cigar.
So you can't be far from.
They got one in the airport.
You can't be far from Ybor City then.
So yeah, Cigar City Brewing is right next door to Ybor City.
Okay.
Exactly. So one of the meccas of Cuban influences, and when we first started up the brewery, we actually had a hand roller rolling cigars inside the brewery when we first started.
I was gonna ask if you were near that historic trolley line.
Yep.
I love that thing. I've
Right
ridden
near-
it once.
Ybor City. Yep.
Okay, and
So we got the name Cigar City Brewing because Ybor City, which is right next to where we are, is one of the capitals of cigar smoking and cigars in the country. You can get some Cubans there. And as I did say, we used to have a hand roller at the brewery that rolled cigars there.
How long ago?
We unfortunately stopped hand rolling cigars at the brewery right around 2014.
What's the can size?
The can? 12-ounce cans.
Very nice. Nice and fresh.
Get some really nice citra notes up front, little orange on there, and then it finishes really crisp and dry on the back end. So we came out with Guayabera. It was one of our original beers at the brewery, but we would brew it probably twice a year. Citra hops are the most expensive hop commodities to buy, so to make 100% Citra hop pale ale was not cheap. So after we grew a little bit and started out Canarchy, then we made Guayabera a full-time year-round beer.
is it new to this market or it's always been around?
Guayabera has been a year-round to this market for 5 years now. I've been working with the brewery for 7 years, and the first year we had 2 drops of Guayabera for the year, and then we finally started making it year-round, probably about a year and 8 months into my craft beer discovery with that.
Do you do any other single hop?
We don't do any other single hop beers for distribution. We do single hop specialty beers down at the brewery, but Guayabera is our only single hop Citra we make. We have done a 100% Mosaic hop in the past too. That was limited and distributed in the market for a short time, but it was literally just in and out.
What was that called? Doesn't matter, I'm not gonna do it anyway. Highlight it. Beautiful.
All right, so we're winning winner chicken dinner, Highlight. It is our flagship from Cigar City.
That's such a crazy sport.
Highlight is an insane sport. So funny, Tampa and then Connecticut were the meccas of Highlight in America. Came from Spain in the Basque region originally. It is the fastest moving ball sport in the world. It gets up to 200 miles an hour plus. Imagine almost like an elongated racquetball court, but you have this long cestro, which is a curved wooden basket, and you catch the ball and throw it off. If you get hit with a highlight ball before you catch it, usually they just bring out some mops onto the court and take care of the guy. But Highlight is now the number 8 selling craft beer in the entire country.
Wow.
Not IPA, not a single style. Highlight is the number 8 selling craft beer in the country.
I can't hear you. You know I'm half deaf. You know what's funny is I learned about Highlight from the one Jackass movie, or the one Jackass bit.
Yep.
Where they had the professional guy put the orange in, like a Florida orange in, and go, and it hits the one guy in the face, and I mean like it hits him, it explodes into an orange mist, and he's just down.
So our goal with Highlight, we brew this as a 6-hop varietal, and you get a ton of clementine right up front. Some really nice citrusy orange after that. And then we have a little sweet caramel malt on the back end to balance out those hops and get you right back for another sip.
Oh, that's delicious.
One of our taglines for this beer is brewed with balance, and then as well, the best beer you probably can't pronounce.
What's it called?
Like you're getting a little high, and then a lie. I have heard every single pronunciation under the sun. Jylage, JLA, Hodgelage, it's a lot simpler than you think. Just high, and then a lie.
It's a huge crossword word.
The first beer we ever made at the brewery, Wayne Wambles was our head brewer and wanted to make something bold, citrusy, and very flavorful drinking. Funny, Florida is actually one of the biggest, highest ABV drinking states in the country, even though it's hot as hell all the time.
Yes, that's why you hear Florida Man all the time.
I'll just you in.
We got one of those.
Oh yeah, there is a Florida Man beer.
Yeah. Florida is notoriety known for imperial stouts, barrel-aged stouts, and beer plus 12%.
No wonder you get the stupid news every day. Florida man.
I mean, I don't have family from there, but my grandmother has a condo in Tampa. That's how I know about Tampa.
It's nice, so our brewery, Cigar City, we're in Tampa. We're 5 minutes and a $5 Uber ride from when you get into the airport. So it's great to get some beers right off you get your flight, or right before you have to get back on, either way.
Isn't there a place in the airport?
We do have a brewery in the airport as well. It's the only airport in the entire country that brews beer inside. Unfortunately, you have to fly Spirit.
What airport?
In Tampa. So Tampa.
Florida, I love it.
Yep. And then, unfortunately, the brewery is in the Spirit airline terminal.
Ah!
I fly Spirit.
Well, that's why you gotta get the
There
beer
you go.
before you get on Spirit.
The only airport in the world that brews beer inside.
You ever hear of Top of the World?
I have not.
Top of the World is this big retirement condominium place. It's where all these old people live. That's where my grandmother's got the condo.
I'm going to use this brief pause to just remind you that Saturday, August 6th is Brew for Autism. If you've been there before, you know what it is, if you haven't, it's an awesome event at Sun Harbor. August 6th. April 6th. Can I say that twice?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
Say it louder. April 6th.
April 6th at Snug Harbor is Brew for Autism. All proceeds go to Autism Speaks and some more local. Only local. Oh, only local. No Autism Speaks? Oh, good. So,
Sun tickets right here.
get your tickets here. That's what I'm saying. Forstandards.gov. Forstandards.gov is the website for it.
Flyer in the back, like for autism.
Dr. Club. CLUB.
I might.
Man, I'm deaf today. That's stupid. Forstandards.club. CLUB. Club. All right, now back to our regular scheduled program.
It's like you'll be able to get your tickets.
So, up next for our tasting, we have Maduro Brown Ale. This is a fan favorite from us at Cigar City. We brew it with chocolate malt and flaked oats. So you get a really nice body on it from the flaked oats, some some chocolate malt, roasty, toasty goodness, and the best brown ale in the entire world. Obviously, I have a little bias there. However, Maduro is the only beer that has ever won back-to-back gold medals at Great American Beer Festival, the biggest beer festival in the country. Breweries have won gold medals for maybe different beers or different styles. No other brewery in the history of Great American Beer Fest has someone won back-to-back gold medals.
All right.
This and Highlight were the first two beers we ever made at the brewery.
Oh, this smells good.
Roasty, toasty goodness, chocolate malt, some flaked oats, but it's light and easy drinking. A brown ale. Brown ale.
It tastes like Newcastle. I wish it tasted like that.
I took a sip, but I knew you wouldn't like it.
This is Newcastle with flavor and quality and experience brewing.
Aaron, I got the flanker girl and the stout. Yeah.
It's not named
I
after
thought
the
the direction properly.
This is a good one. We like
It'll be ready for the night.
What is it called again? I'm sorry.
Maduro.
Maduro.
So, again, playing on our Cuban history and our Cuban influences, Maduro is the dark outer wrapping leaf of a cigar. So this is our true cigar beer. It's meant to be paired with the cigar as well, smoking a stogie and having some Maduro.
I smoked a cigar once. It made me deathly ill. Yeah. Oh, we did.
I've been to Cigar City many times, a long time ago. So first you had the original brewery, it was like kind of small. Then you expanded with a big tasting room that was on the other side. That place was fucking awesome. It was awesome. But I haven't been there since like 2014.
Yeah, we started in a very small brew pub on Spruce Street and then actually moved more or less across the street and
Tango streetcar, that's the streetcar in Ybor City.
We do have Maduro on draft right now.
Chewing too much. This is all for sharing. Fruity pebbles, though, that's all.
I thought you were about to say the fruity pebbles, though.
No, not that stuff.
What, we have to take them tomorrow?
How's everybody liking the Maduro?
It's very nice.
Might be my favorite on the list so far.
You know, just a couple deep, but 100%. We got some more goodness to go.
Looking forward to it.
I started cutting down the inventory and having people on. I mean, they make orders weekly
Dude, it's genuinely really good.
That was one of the best reports. He was trying to order a flush. I was like, no, you want somebody else on the truck.
Pretty sure you appreciate it. It matters.
So this next one we got is Fancy Papers, our hazy IPA. This beer is 6.5%, brewed with Idaho 7 and Strata hops. So you get some nice melon characteristics on it. Start off. A very small hint of pineapple after that. And then just a really nice, easy drinking, smooth finish. A little bit of fresh cut grass on the back end to dry out your palate and get you ready for another
The
sip.
town is Livingston Manor.
Fancy Papers, so we call this again. Fancy Papers are the nice papers you find on the inside of a cigar box. So in cigar boxes, you'll find usually notes or something inlined in the box, and those are technically called fancy papers inside the cigar box. I mean, there's a bunch of fancy papers for whatever you want to roll up nowadays.
Next, is the pineapple overtones and hints from actual root with it, or is it from...
This is the strongest citrus flavor.
Yeah, so that's just Idaho 7 and Strata hops. So the Strata hop gives you a nice pop of melon to start off, and you get a slight hint of pineapple, which will be from the Idaho 7 hops.
Dude, I like that.
Keep asking.
Thank you.
They're inspiring.
Very good.
Jerry, how do you get home in this flavor?
Just a nice, light, easy drinking haze. Hazy IPAs nowadays can get very heavy and very thick and almost like you're chewing on it rather than drinking on it. So we want to have a nice, great flavor and some light haze, but really nice, easy drinking as well at the same time. I'm gonna avoid that topic.
Rail excursions near Livingston Manor. New York O&W railroad car. Rail Museum in Sullivan County, New York.
We also just started selling a lot more high-rise, so I can fill up the truck with more high-line until there's a cut back.
They got a Rail Explorer thing.
That and also with double
That's the one where you
high-line,
bike.
we can fill a lot more space.
You pedal.
There's actually a double high-line with the 19.2s.
Yeah, but it's, I don't know where it is.
That's like what I was having.
I don't know the cases going out right now are 3 weeks old. I was drinking 3 weeks old. When I was at the couch yesterday, I was like, dude, this is
You can do a lot of damage in Beirut.
Florida.
Ooh.
All right, this is
We're nowhere near it, but
Superhero.
somewhere in Kentucky
Florida
there's a
Bay.
lightning bug ride.
So this is a 8.5% double IPA that drinks dangerously easy and probably only tastes like 6% or maybe 6.5%. Anybody ever played the Florida Man game before?
Yes.
You just type in your birthday and Florida Man, and you'll get some very interesting, fun stories on that one.
Got a man's up naked fight club at Chick-fil-A.
I got a naked guy on the
So we brew this a lot with the Zaka hops. Really just tropical brightness.
How much like this we gotta drink to have a whole Florida Man story?
Exactly. You drink a bunch of Florida Man and you could become a Florida Man or a Florida lady. We made this beer originally 3 times a year, and on the can there was a guy wrestling an alligator. And then just popular demand, people loved it and screamed for it so much we turned it into year round.
It sounds like that song almost sounds like
How are people liking the Florida Man?
It's very good.
Does not drink like 8.5% double IPA.
Alright, if we're gonna have to take him, I'm gonna have to we're gonna have to take him somewhere. If we're in charge of him, that cuts out everything I was thinking about, because there's nothing train related over there. The only thing that's train related is a caboose that doesn't move and you can't go in.
Usually when you type in your birthday in Florida Man, you get maybe 1 or 2 funny stories and then a lot of really insane stories or depressing stories.
I might have this mixed up. Was Cigar City started by like a kid? Like 22?
No, so Joey Redner officially started Cigar City with Wayne Lambles, who was our head brewer.
Okay.
He was not 22 years old when he started Cigar City.
I feel like I may be mixed up.
Joey was closer to 40 when he started up the brewery.
My birthday, May 10th. May 10th, 2019, Florida Man tries to pawn his baby.
That sounds about
His
right.
baby!
Go for the bad choice.
The original cans of this were absolutely hilarious. Our true Florida Man with a mullet and a great stash, and an alligator under his arm with a headlock.
Why didn't you guys relabel a lot of cans actually? They were a lot more entertaining back in the day.
So we went through a brand refresh. All of our cans were very inconsistent across the board. If you looked at them and lined them up, it almost looked like each one was from a different brewery.
But you still had the Cigar City logo on it, so I mean...
And we had the Cigar City logo wasn't very prominent, I have to say. So a lot of people still, I mean, especially back in the day, didn't know that High Life was from Cigar City. They just said, oh, that's my favorite beer, High Life. So we made the rings around the bottom and the cans a lot more consistent, the brewery name more bold on them, and then they look much nicer in a lineup next to each other. Identifiable.
My problem is, if we want to do a rail excursion, tomorrow, I don't know which ones are open because it's only March and not everybody's running. And then if they are running, we may not even be able to get tickets. I found one place, but it may be so far in upstate New York, it's counterintuitive to drive all that way.
You were on a 7, now you're an 8.
Why don't you get more often?
I can have the same thing about you.
Someone,
I would love to say,
Wait, we work that Friday? It wasn't like that, but it was a little different. So it had a little house.
From double to double.
Saratoga, Corinth, and Hudson Railway.
So we have the whole Dale's brand family now.
Much farther than I think.
Dale's Light Lager is a new one that we actually came out with about 6 months ago. So that's our morning Dale's. Then Dale's Pale, classic middle of the day. And now double Dale's for nighttime. Seize the Dale. So this is a 9% double IPA. We're a half tick up from Florida Man. Double Dale's is dangerous and fun. Very drinkable, does not taste like 9% whatsoever. It's got a really nice piney hop forwardness.
Double down.
Some nice malt sweetness.
3 hours and 37 minutes.
did I not say 4 hours?
Yeah.
I know my distances.
Well, when you said Saratoga, and I'm
Gotta
looking at
double
this,
down on the
it's
date.
almost in the area of totality for the eclipse.
Personally, you should go that way.
So a fun little story about Oscar Blues and our cans. Every can on the top has a little screen on it. Obviously out of Colorado, one of the meccas of the original weed industry. So Dale decided after you drink your beer, crush it, poke a little hole in the screen on the top, and then you have a pipe.
Really? I gotta see this.
I just want to get rid of your empties, try to make space out of the table.
A multi-functional beer can. It's up to your own on making it, but at least it's laid out for you with the screen.
It's up on the top.
It's on the very top of the lid.
If you want to smoke weed
Also,
from
I
it,
overheard that too. Also great for just poking a hole in there and shotgunning.
That's exactly what I said.
There we go.
Been there, done that.
Multifunctional.
I didn't see, let me see the hole.
there's no holes in it. It just
Right there.
see. There's the screen. That's where you would poke. You dent the can. You would dent the can. You would put the weed there. Put your mouth. You put a hole here for your mouth, and then the front of the can would be the carburetor. You know, it's funny. One of the beers we had earlier almost had like a ganja, like a ganja note, and I'm like, wait, that's Florida though. So Florida ain't big on that.
That's just some dankness.
Yeah. No. It's not open yet.
How's everybody liking the double dales? Gotta double down.
I have a dumb idea.
Yeah, 9%.
We go
Drinks
to
nothing
Barrier.
like 9%.
We go to Barrier. And we get on the train, stop by Barrier, ride it to the end, ride it back, go to Barrier.
So a fun little story about Dale, as he's a real person.
Yeah, many times.
Dale likes to fly personal
Wait, there
planes
is several.
and
There
has
is a couple other
planes
breweries I
himself.
want to check out there.
I forget the name of the company off the top of my head, but they're more
There
or
was
less
the one that there's the two breweries we've only been there once, and there was that one brewery they had just opened, but it was the middle of COVID.
Turns off his engine.
I don't remember
and
its
loses
name. I can
gravity.
find it though.
I was there one time and my phone started floating out of my hand and I had no idea what was going on. Just fall down the other side of the Rocky Mountains and lose gravity.
That's a little scary.
Where's my phone? I can't grab it.
What are you drinking at the time?
We were drinking some Dales. The plane also is
Long
fully
Beach
on.
Brewing Company
All
and
flight,
South Shore
no
Craft
actually
Brewery.
touch the wheel or
Those
do
are the other
anything.
two. Those are the other two.
All he did was turn it off. So I was saying earlier, we are Canarchy. We have 3 other breweries across the country as well, but more distributed in their local home markets and not national. So we have Deep Ellum, which is in Texas, right out of Deep Ellum neighborhood. Huge music and artist talent. We make a beer, Dallas Blonde, which is the number 4 selling beer in Texas. We also, in Utah, have a couple breweries called Wasatch and Squatters, which actually helped rewrite the Mormon drinking laws so you could drink something above 4%.
Wow!
And you could not buy any beer in Utah that was over 4.2% until we helped rewrite the laws, because our flagship from there is a 7% IPA.
Goddamn Mormons ruining it for everybody.
There's some backward laws there. They straightened it out.
Yeah, I'll come back with a rag. I only have one hand.
And then in Michigan, we also have Perrin Brewing, which I'm sure some of you guys know about Founders, but we sell as much beer in Michigan as Founders does with Perrin.
Not a contest, asshole.
Facts.
I didn't get you guys, right? Oh, I didn't get you guys. I didn't get you guys.
Thank you so much.
We got some big stout coming around now.
You got me back. I'm trying to like.
Oscar Blues 1050. Oh, you poured that over some vanilla ice cream and you're in heaven. Or maybe some coffee ice cream too? So this is our Imperial Stout, 10.5%, hence 1050. It is a classic Imperial Stout. A lot of stouts nowadays are maybe a lot of adjunct, which, don't get me wrong, I love some of them, but this is just roasty, toasty goodness. Very along the lines of a Russian Imperial Stout.
What's an adjunct?
Zero adjuncts, Joe.
How big's the brew house? How big's the brew house? Hey, most of this is coming out of North Carolina, you said?
Yeah, so this is all out of North Carolina. So we brew Cigar City and Oscar Blues there. It is a massive facility. So we're right in Brevard on the river. So you can actually take a brewery tour with rafting because we're right on the same river with Sierra Nevada and then New Belgium. So there's 3 breweries right there. You can literally take tours down the river and stop off at each brewery. And you don't have to paddle.
I'm saying if you're making this without adjuncts, you have to have a pretty big mash tun.
Yes.
How big are, you know? How big
So we brew 1050 on a 50-barrel tank. But the capacity of that brewery is about 800 barrels. And it brews 24/7. Yep. The highlight we had earlier as well from North Carolina.
How many barrels of highlight makes your brewery number 8 in the country? What is your
nationally, barrel-wise, that'd be a little hard to say, but in North Carolina, we have 5 120 barrel tanks that consistently filled with highlight.
Okay.
All the highlight in the southeast still comes from Florida.
Nick, you always show up for the last year.
Sorry? Oh yeah, he's there. He was here the whole time. He was in the vents. He was crawling around. You didn't hear all the scratching?
Thought that was the bees.
Yeah. Not the bees!
This was one of Dale's original recipes. He wanted something big, bold, for the winters while you're skiing down the slopes in Colorado.
What are the 3 stops on the river tour?
So you have 3 stops on the river tour in Brevard. It is Sierra Nevada, New Belgium, and then Oscar Blues, which we also have Brewing Cigar City. You can drink highlight there, but it's really an Oscar Blues brewery altogether.
River tour.
It's a fun river tour for sure.
It's a river
Shut the fuck up. Not your usual things.
Alright.
Dan didn't like it much.
How are people liking some 1050?
Unfortunately, where the breweries are and where the train stations are 2 totally different things. Basically, we have to do the train thing, get back in the car, and then do the beer thing.
We have done before. We've also done a coffee variant. But those are only brewery exclusives or maybe shipped to within 40-mile radius of the brewery.
There's a parking lot for the train station.
Or South Carolina.
I'm sorry?
Colorado exclusive or South Carolina?
So, Colorado. That's where you'll get all of our really exclusive beers, one-off batches. But appreciate all y'all greatly. I'll be walking around and got a little couple fun giveaways for y'all. Ladies, that's hard to do. You fit 2 cans. Ladies, keep those koozies. Keep some beer.
Let's get a big hand to Nick and all these amazing beers we have tonight. Don't forget that Beer Club is the last Thursday of the month, every month. Yeah! Drawing a blank, but I think next month we have Brahms Brewery. And they're doing a lot of new stuff now. I think at first they just had like a pale ale that was kind of like they would make different variations of the pale ale, but now they're doing some hazy IPAs and various things. They're really stepped it up, so kind of anxious to see that. Also, the rep is as a Staten Island person, so hopefully she'll bring some people. Again, Brew for Autism is April 6th.
Number 11. Fancy papers.
At fourstanders.club. And I got that right that time. A lot of great beers, home brewed beers from around the city. Beers you'll never see again. You have this one chance to try these beers, and that's it.
Best beer event in New York City. He's coming. Those guys are coming, right?
Everyone's coming. Everyone's going. Everyone who's somebody is going to this event. Don't you want to be somebody? Thank you very much for coming to Hop Shoppe. Go out and ask for Cigar City at your local pubs. Ask for Oscar Blues. That's the point of this club, is to get people to go to their local places and ask for these beers. And it's only when people ask for these beers will those places get them. This is a craft beer club, and that's what we do. Thank you very much for coming. See you next month.